Fantastic Four is now in theaters. Let's talk about it. Hey guys, welcome back to the gray area. I'm here with my friend Nick, aka Casually Cosplaying. We have seen Fantastic Four, first steps finally out in theaters. We're going to talk about here, we'll go through a brief, just kind of run through what we think about it, kind of non-spoilery things. And then after that, do kind of a spoiler discussion. We can talk a little more in depth about it. So let's get into it. Nick, you've seen it twice now, I think. What are your thoughts about this movie, even going through the second time?
Not to be cheesy, but it's fantastic.
It's fantastic. I definitely agree with you. I thought it was a really, really well done movie, especially seeing the last 3 attempts we've gotten at a Fantastic Four film. Like they said throughout production, they wanted to make this about a family. And that,
yes,
I mean, Disney's done that with The Incredibles twice. So they kind of have the formula. Honestly, it's just super refreshing to be able to see this movie do very well.
This movie was the adrenaline shot that the MCU needed. I loved Thunderbolts, but not as many, big names, either actors or character-wise, their B, C tier list. Whereas, like, you have Mr. Fantastic, Pedro Pascal, Joseph Quinn, Ebon Moss-Baccarat. They're in established properties. The Last of Us, The Bear, Stranger Things. Like, there's things that people know and go, that's what I know them from.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna go see this movie. Whereas, like, I guess the big stars would be, okay, Bucky's in Thunderbolts, and Yelena obviously is Florence Pugh. Everybody loves Florence Pugh. I love Florence Pugh.
You got David Harbour in it though, too.
Yes, we do. But so, like, it was a lot more of a ensemble cast where, like, not as many bigger names compared to, like, a Fantastic Four or like the Avengers.
This felt like a huge shot of adrenaline for the MCU. Like you said, it's really a return to the quality that we are used to seeing from Kevin Feige and that team. A lot of that has to do with some CEO shakeups at Disney. Obviously, we had the writers and actor strikes have really hurt some other projects there, including stuff like Blade, which just keeps. Please make Blade.
Yes.
Please make Blade. Mahershala Ali wants to make Blade.
Yeah.
You make Blade. Feige taking much more care with this movie. Definitely prominent. I honestly think if they kept making movies the same way and just were banking on it coming back, this movie would have been the nail in the coffin.
Yeah.
I'd still be excited. Mm-hmm. I don't know if I would be like rabidly excited for Doomsday and Secret Wars if this movie was bad, because at that point you're kind of looking at it and saying, what's wrong with this? Like, what's wrong with the way we're doing things? But luckily, that is not the case. This movie was fantastic. It was really, really awesome. I loved it. I've only seen it once. You've seen it twice. I would say the back 2/3 of the movie is the best. First third, which, I guess not third, but really the first like 15 or 20 minutes is they're setting it up, because we're not doing the full origin story again. And I love that first part of the movie, but I feel like it's very choppy. And it's not just the montage. We have heard that there have been some cuts to the movie, like even very
severely.
Recently. Yeah. Yes, even very recently. And this, I think, is on the shorter side of Marvel.
A little under 2 hours. What I understand, the report was that even after their last early test screening, the most recent one, they cut a ton out after that.
I could see how it would have been a decision of, hey, we need to get to the point a little bit quicker. I would really like to see a Shackman cut of this.
Would too.
Like, I would love to see those.
If there's a 3-hour version of it, I will.
I don't know if this is a movie you could do that with and really hold people's attention. Once we meet, and this isn't a spoiler, this is well known in the movie, Galactus.
Yes.
Once we meet Galactus, it is
full speed ahead.
But it doesn't feel like you're rushing.
Right.
It just moves, and it moves very well. Right when they launch into space to go start dealing with Galactus, that's when it gets really good.
I will say, seeing it a second time, the beginning 15 to 20 minutes where I know you said felt choppy, didn't really feel as choppy as it did. I don't know if maybe that's just me or if it's seeing it a second time and fully grasping it, taking a look at like different like spots on the screen that I wasn't paying attention to the first time. The costumes throughout like that little montage are different than the rest of the movie. There's little nods to the history of their first couple years.
First adventures.
Yeah.
Like the comic book that
Prequel
came out.
comic.
This is the prequel comic that came out about it.
Technically canon.
Indeed. And there have been a couple pictures that have shown up online the last couple days. Of the 4 of them, 3 of them are in suits, and then Eben is in a mocap suit.
Yes.
For the thing. They did actually wear like classic suits, and they are so much better. Even these, they are so much better than what John Krasinski was wearing. What were we doing? What were we doing?
But I have that suit. But yeah, it is a lot of lines.
It's dumb.
I will say there's a lot of lines.
Really, just that first part, it felt a little choppy to me, but
Okay.
I'm excited to go see it a
Yes.
second time. This movie only gets better as it keeps going along through the film. Like it does not slow down. They're hopeless in a lot of the movie. It's funny because Reed Richards is supposed to be the smartest person in the world, and this is this world's superhero team. There are no other superheroes except the Fantastic Four. And it's just them. They've got a lot of money and they've got a lot of, they're very much, got those Tony Stark billions,
Right.
Probably.
Baxter Building.
Building, brokering world peace.
With the
pretty
Future
much.
Foundation.
But
Yeah.
the Future Foundation is in it. I love that. It shows how involved they are in the world. When we get to Acts 2 and 3, things start to go wrong. They are trying to figure out how to stop Galactus. Nothing is working. You really feel it. On there.
This is the first time I will say this, that like seeing that play out, we don't know what to do. Specifically Reed, I don't know what to do.
Yes.
Then it hits and I'm like, oh, this is comic book Reed.
Yeah.
We've gotten obviously the 2002, 2004.
Oh, it was actually 2005.
Oh, 2005.
Yeah, 2005.
Jesus.
Yeah. Isn't that nuts?
Not dating myself at all. I feel old.
2005. It was that and Superman Returns came out that year.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, but the original, not original, because it was
I
in the
think
90s, that never got released. Go check out the 90s Fantastic Four.
You haven't even seen it yet.
I haven't. I will. It's on YouTube somewhere. I will find it.
Dude, it's not hard to find. All you need to do is type in Fantastic Four 1994.
There you go.
And it's there
First
for
year.
free. You can watch it. I've watched it. It's great. It's just so it was the only reason it was made was so that the studio could retain the rights, because they had to make a movie every 10 years or the rights would have gone back to Marvel, which is then why we got the movie in 2005.
So the 2005 movie, that series, and then Fan Four Stick. We don't talk about that one.
Fan Four Stick, the Dragon Ball evolution of Marvel movies.
Both of those, like the Reeds were smart, like they clearly, and like it felt comic booky to the aspect of like it's a comic book movie. We're gonna do little jokey things here and there.
Yeah.
We never truly saw like the way Reed's brain ticks like we did in this movie. So I just think that like Pedro really, I don't know if it's from the writing itself or if it's from him actually diving into the comics a lot more than others have in the past, or a mixture of both. But he nailed it, and that's what sold me for him as Reed, because Joseph Quinn like blew me away as well. The moment I heard the casting, I was like, I'm giving it a shot. I like it. But a lot of people were like, really? Eddie Munson from Stranger Things?
I really liked Eddie, and I mean, I could see a lot of that Johnny energy. Johnny is, more mature, I would say, like in this, but it's a maturity that he's a very smart guy. Everyone underestimates him, so he tries to prove himself a lot, but he is, they talk about how he's a ladies' man.
I found it interesting because I know they came out before the movie and said they're modernizing him a little bit in the fact that he won't be a womanizer, but he's still a ladies' man. And I was like, okay, I see it. Like you don't have to go like, what's the word I'm looking for? You don't have to go creepy or over the top, or so just different little things. But
there we go.
Yes, our little boy Herbert.
Any final thoughts you have before we go into spoilers?
Yeah, I would say that just in general, everyone was just cast perfectly, in my opinion.
Mhm.
Ralph Ineson, who's
Oh my God,
Galactus,
we'll talk a
is-
lot about him.
we'll get more in depth, but his voice alone just sealed the deal. Of
With that, guys, we are going to head into our spoiler review. So if you don't want to hear full spoilers for Fantastic Four First Steps, go ahead, pause this video, go watch the movie, come back and talk about it with us. Full spoilers here. So let's just do a first quick recap of the movie, just get everybody kind of up to speed here. Beginning of the movie, Reed and Sue discover that they're pregnant.
these recordings from outer space coming in, being recorded on records that Johnny is spearheading, because he is this. I love it. I love it. He's just like, I love space. I want everything to do with space. I want to go back. Johnny, I'm having a kid. I can't worry about like building new suits just yet. Like, we'll get back up to space. I promise.
Johnny wants to go to space so badly. So he's looking at these records and trying to figure out, like, is there something important enough for us to go up there? And then something important enough for them to go up there happens. Shalabal, the Silver Surfer of this universe, who in the comics she is Norrin Radd's wife. So Shalabal comes down, gives them the message, the one from the trailer, like, I herald his coming, I herald her end, I herald Galactus, which that's such a badass line. That's such a cool line.
And a little nod as well, when she lands into Times Square, before she says her little speech. I know you pointed out originally, going back and seeing it again a second time, as she's landing, there are two people in a window drawing and writing comics that are of the Fantastic Four. I can confirm it does look very much like them.
It's Jack Kirby and Stan Lee.
It should be Jack Kirby and Stan Lee.
I knew it. I knew it.
It had to be. Blink and you miss it kind of cameo.
And it is.
But
I was telling him this when we left the theater the other day. I was like, dude, that is Stan Lee and Jack Kirby. There's no other cameo from them. Right. Even like a street sign or like a name on a store or something like that, which they usually do. Liefeld's Just Feet, yeah. in
Man can't draw feet.
Man cannot draw feet. Thank you for confirming that.
We also
love that. I love that so much that they actually put them in, because it is time period accurate. Like that's how old they were.
There is no facial hair on Stan.
Yeah. Johnny chases her. They have a little moment where she says something in her language, which actually helps Johnny to decode all those deep space messages later on, to get a little bit of dirt on Shalabal, but we get to that. So they go back into space because they don't know what the hell they're going to do about Galactus. They finally get to him and realize, oh shit, this is not good. And Galactus asks for an unpayable price, which is their son, Franklin Richards. So Galactus wants Franklin Richards because Franklin Richards is a cosmic level being. He is what is called an omega level mutant in the comics, but he can create universes in the palm of his hand. Galactus wants him to take away the hunger, because the hunger that Galactus has for planets is not good. Like it's not just that it's not good
forever, because he eats planets.
It's a painful existence. And so he looks at the baby and says,
I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs. I want my baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back, baby back ribs.
So he wants the baby. They don't want to give him baby. So they get the hell out of there, and then they have the baby next to a black hole, which is a really cool shot.
Not many people can say they were born next to a black hole.
Not many people say they can, and Franklin Richards now can. So they get out of there. They go back to Earth. And they try to figure out how to stop Galactus, and they can't figure it out. Nothing is working until the teleporter that Reed has been working on with a simple small egg the entire time. They just say, oh, yeah, let's just do this. I guess it'll work. And it is the best thing to see somebody like Reed flustered.
Yes.
Because it is the most out of character thing that they could do.
And you start to see him like rattle through all these equations, like theory of levers, and like, let's figure out some levers. Let's pull some levers.
What's the lever we need to build and where we need to stand to move the Earth? And then they literally come up with a plan to move the Earth.
We should take Bikini Bottom and push it somewhere else.
But I will say, I want your thought on this.
I hope you do want my thought on things.
I found it very interesting, the sense of the entire Earth then going after the Fantastic Four for not giving up their son. Like, as if you would give up your child.
And that, especially
as a father, I would love to have your son.
Number one, yeah, no, I wouldn't. They made the right call.
Yes.
You know, they did. I mean, however you slice it, no, I would not give up my child. At the same time, like, I understand, you know, obviously you have to be able to look at that situation and think like Spock. The needs of the many outweigh the needs of the few. But as a parent, if those few are you and your child, you're gonna tell the rest of the world to get bent. Because absolutely not.
Yeah.
You're not getting my kid. No.
Yeah.
Name anything else. Like, I will give it to you, but I'm not giving you my child.
Take me.
So yeah, so I do love how Johnny was like, take me instead. It's like, he doesn't want you, man. Like, you can
You make fire.
you make fire.
This kid can sneeze and destroy everything.
Yeah, this kid can wipe reality from existence, from itself. Like, he can go toe to toe with eternity. Like, it's insane. Yeah, short answer, no, absolutely not. You're not getting my kid.
And that's where we
you can have Herbie, but
wow. Also too far.
we'll give you Herbie. Yeah, they make it back to Earth,
Yes.
and they're trying to figure out. They end up figuring out, okay, we need to literally move the Earth. Johnny's doing his little side project, which ends up being the thing that saves us all. He plays it at her while she's destroying the teleporters that are around the world, and then they have to pivot. And their new plan is to just send Galactus somewhere. They so that he doesn't even know where he is. He's far away from his ship. He can't get back to them for millions of years. He's stranded, which almost works until it stops working. And they use Franklin as bait, obviously.
Yes.
Johnny tries to sacrifice himself. They do a Last Jedi. They do a Last Jedi. And I'm so mad. Like, to let someone sacrifice themselves.
Tell Franklin Uncle Johnny loves him.
Oh my God, that line killed me. I was like, do it, come on.
I was like, no, Johnny, we love you.
do it, Johnny. Because like Joseph Quinn, man.
Yeah.
The entire movie, Johnny is trying to prove himself
Yeah.
and be like useful. Because
Yes.
he's smart, and one of the things I love about this movie is several times, especially when they're in the when they're in their spaceship, everyone is just jumping in between stuff. Everyone can jump. Everyone is so smart, and they've been around this for so long. And obviously, you know, Reed probably is making things like super easy that anyone can do, just in case. And Herbie helps out too, which I love.
Yes.
I love that Herbie isn't just the maid. He can be in the cockpit and turning buttons.
He has his own little like place to put his arms into to control, as well as I love the fact that like his face is a tape deck. They have two different tape decks, one for home and one for space.
I do love that. So like whatever happens, like he's analyzing when they go to see Galactus, he's analyzing samples and stuff like that. Johnny jumps in a bunch of places. He does, you know, as we talked about after we saw it the first time, he does gunner. Yeah, he does the gunner.
I want to give this movie so many props right now for the one thing they didn't do,
which was
giving Sue 0 nosebleeds. The amount of times that I have seen the initial 2000s Fantastic Four movies, both of them. See, it was overdone. It was every time Sue used her powers or overexerted herself.
That's true.
It was like Jessica Alba, nosebleed.
It's something that is very good to like emphasize specific moments, but
I will say her pushing Galactus, if there was one nosebleed,
that would have been a good place to put it.
That
was the place to put it, yeah. But I don't know. I was kind of surprised. I was like, that just ended the exact same way the other one ended. However, instead of Nora and Rad using the power cosmic to revive her, it is her own son, Franklin Richards. Also with Franklin Richards, we get CGI baby, and but we don't always get CGI baby. Sometimes it is real baby, and we love real baby. And I actually loved CGI baby. First introduced him when he was born in space. They didn't use real baby; they used the CGI baby. Kept it hidden in shadow and in unclear focus, and like the angles they had, I thought were very good to be like, hey, we can't have them using a baby in this
specifically
in this like 0G space. Like, no one's gonna let us hold their baby off the ground like that. I thought that was very well done. And then Ben holds him a lot.
Yes,
which I love. Holds him a lot, and I do love that. I do love Uncle Ben. Those times were CGI baby. When he revives his mom, that was CGI baby. But I honestly. And
it was
I
practical at one point, I think, within that. Yeah. And then it switched to CGI.
I just think they could have done real baby for that whole scene. And you know, you could put a toy on
Vanessa Kirby's
well, like on her chest or something, or like, you know, some snacks. Like she's alive. Everyone's super happy. We get into the post-credit scene. It is a time jump 4 years later, and we see our first glimpse of Doctor Doom. He comes to pay his favorite nephew, his favorite cosmically powered nephew, a visit. I mean, the cloak looks awesome.
We don't even see face.
We don't see face, but we do see the mask. He's holding the mask, and it's the comic accurate mask.
Yeah,
it's the comic accurate mask. It's
I wonder if it's going to be a full head mask that like the faceplate like that
comes off
like just the frontal part, and then he could just snap it back on.
I would be shocked if they did. I would be shocked if they didn't do that.
The very last thing, the post-credit scene, was just a fun. It was the intro to the fake cartoon TV show they had with the Fantastic Four.
It looks like very reminiscent of the '70s cartoon.
It does. It does. It's cute. They wear the black. They wear the black and blues.
That is the entirety of this movie. Nick, what was your favorite part of this movie?
Oh God. A specific favorite part would probably be the cinematography of Galactus coming down onto Earth, because we do get to finally see that practical suit of Galactus.
It's purple.
Yeah.
It is actually like when you first meet him, he's in his ship. It's very dark, and I was like, okay, they're just doing like a gray or whatever.
Yeah.
Or maybe there'll be some purple in it. No, when he gets down to Earth, his whole fit is purple, and it's awesome. And I did not think we were going to go so like.
Just truly didn't think we were going to get purple suit, and I especially didn't think it was practical, which we learned this morning. Anyway, considering how this film ended, the mid-credit scene with Doctor Doom obviously taking an interest in Franklin, where do you think this is going story-wise as we trudge into Doomsday and then Secret Wars?
So I think because of the fact that Feige has come out and said that the ship is not the same ship that was seen in this movie that we see in Thunderbolts. So my thought process is this is Doom in the ship and not the Fantastic Four, taking Franklin and running to the mainstream MCU timeline where our heroes interact with him thinking maybe it's their Tony, maybe it's a different Tony, but we recognize it's Tony.
Yeah.
And that could cause, the battle of heroes of Avengers versus Fantastic Four and the Fox X-Men. And then after, obviously, we realize like, oh, we were wrong, team up, fight Doom. But this is absolutely leaning more towards the 2015 Hickman Secret Wars run with God Emperor Doom.
Yeah, because
by all means.
Yeah, because we've also seen those concept art images that have come out where it does show Doom in his white regalia. He's got Sue and Franklin standing next to him, and it's all very Victorian clothing, like Doctor Strange, who is his advisor in that Secret Wars event. He's wearing this big Shakespearean collar, and it looks like is that Reed is on trial or being sentenced for something, which, par for the course, Victor Von Doom does not like Reed Richards.
Very Marvel's 1602.
Yes, very Marvel 1602. With the multiverse, this was kind of the promise of the multiverse, is being able to kind of do some of these more fun things. I think that would be a great way to do that. We do hear in the mid-credit scene when when Sue walks away to go get Franklin's next book, we do hear like an energy sound.
Yes.
And then he's just kind of there. I really think that this Doom is going to have magic, because in the comics, he's not only a genius and an engineer and all that stuff, but he did learn magic starting at a very young age. That part of the character has never been explored. I think in every single one he's had either like concussive abilities, like in the 2015 Fan 4 stick, or it's been like lightning based abilities. I think we're gonna get a Doom that is really going to be incredibly menacing and like really a big problem for phases to come.
Do you want to see a different Doom after the soft reset? Or do you want to stick with RDJ?
I'd probably stick with RDJ.
Really?
Yes.
I think you're of the minority of that.
Yes. And here's why.
Okay.
You should not be having Doom in everything.
Agreed.
But when he shows up, you need an actor that has enough charisma to be able to carry that role and to make it, no matter what scene he's in, to make it the most important scene in that show or movie or whatever it is. And that's something where you can contract out with Robert Downey Jr. He's no stranger to Disney contracts, but this one, doesn't have to be this mega big contract, but you can still get him in some smaller roles. If you do that soft reboot, you have lost a lot of the steam and like brownie points that you get with RDJ being Doom.
I can see
because
that.
it makes Doom kind of less interesting. Like I'm already thinking about like what if they do change up the casting with Doom at the end of this? Then I won't care for Doom anymore. I'm gonna be totally honest. Like it's especially when it's a villain that we are just now getting. I think it would be a huge mistake to either kill him off at the end of this or to replace Robert Downey Jr. as Doom.
I'm kind of leaning towards your opinion. I was of the mind beforehand of we get this is RDJ. It's supposed to be this big thing with Secret Wars with Doomsday, but after this soft reset, I feel like it should be let's start fresh because yes, RDJ built the MCU, but he's Iron Man, and then if you're gonna get a new Iron Man and you're gonna have this Fantastic Four be part of your new MCU timeline, your Earth 199999 going forward, and that is the only Earth of movie that you have going forward, then I mean I could see another actor stepping in. That's how I was thinking previously. I don't know who it would be. Cillian Murphy maybe.
I don't think you replace RDJ. I think if you have made this choice to have him be Doom, you have to accept that he is going to be Doom going forward.
We're kind of riding this wave of I kind of know who Doctor Doom is from the other three Fantastic Four movies. And 4, if you are crazy like me and have seen the 1994 version, he's in that as well. He's the bad guy in that. Everything in that movie does look perfectly comic accurate. It's the funniest damn thing. He looks great in that movie. You're not going to get a new guy to play Sam Wilson. You're not going to get a new guy to play Bucky Barnes. You're not going to change up the Thunderbolts. It's going to be a lot of legacy characters. Honestly, the future looks bright. This movie was very, very good. I give this movie a 7.4 out of 10.
Are we going to have a fantastic counter on the screen?
We might.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
If I have to give it a number, it's going to be high specifically because it's going to be the rewatchability for me. This one's going to be another one for me. I'm going to hit this with maybe a 9.1, 9.2.
That's fair, man. I mean, this is definitely one of those that I'm going to rewatch over and over and over again. It's just so good. We got a good Fantastic Four. Well done, everyone.
Yes.
Well done. We did it.
Good for you, bud.
Good for you. You did it. That's it for us, guys. I mean, Nick, where can they find you?
You can find me on Instagram and TikTok at Casually Cosplaying. Twitter, or also known as X, is also Casually Cosplay IN, all one word. If it's not that, because I don't know, then it should you could type in Casually Cosplaying, it'll come up on the search. It's every single one of my accounts is the same picture of me, cartoon me, backwards hat, hitting the Spidey pose.
There we go. Well, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Well, guys, what did you think of Fantastic Four First Steps? Did you really enjoy, Galactus, one of the biggest villains ever, being the main bad guy? Did you like how they disposed of him? Are you excited for Doctor Doom? And what do you think is going to happen to little Franklin? Drop your comments down below. I've been Gray, you've been awesome, and we'll catch y'all next time.